it starts with the first coverage ng ating general ability, the RA 6713. This is about 15 items on the actual exam, and what we're going to do with our review today, with this review, is to identify the correct answer among a certain question. Tapos, paano nyo po ito, actually, naka-prepare na yung answer. Ang ano na lang natin is, paano nyo ito mas madaling maalala. Okay? Thank you so much. Okay. Like for example, this first question, saan po makikita na section ito sa RA 6713, that is the policy of the state to promote a high standard of the ethics in public service. So, everything in this declaration ay dapat po public officials and employees shall at all times be accountable to the people and shall discharge their duties with utmost responsibility, integrity, competence, and loyalty. What section of the Republic Act 6713? Makikita po ito sa section number 2. This is the so-called declaration policy. Again, para mas madali nyo maalala, the section number 2 of the policy, may mabasa pa kayong policy dito sa question mismo. That's it. This will be your basis. And then, of course, basically, after the title na 6713, ay ang pag-declare po ng policy, which is section number 2. How about this one? Kailan po na-approve ang 6713? It was approved on February 20, 1989. Again, February is the second date. February is the second month. 20 is the February start with 2, then another 2, 0. 1 minus 9 equals 8. 8 plus 1 equals 9. Basic lang. Binaliktad lang yung mga number. Again, para mas madali, February 20, 1989. February 2, 02. Then, the date is 20. Then, 1, 9. 1 minus 9 equals 8. 8 plus 1 equals 9. Diba? Sa akin lang yun that is my strategy para mas madali ko maalala. Next. For the question number 3, everything about, kung may babasa po kayo, anong Republic Act ito, basta ang pinag-usapan ay principle of public office as being a public trust, lahat nasa publiko, that is 6713. Paano nyo naman po mas madaling maalala si Republic Act 6713? 6 plus 7 equals 13. Basic. Again, 6 plus 7 equals 13. Public trust, Public Office, Republic Act 6713, or the Code of Conduct and Ethical Standards for Public Officials and Employees. CCAS-POE. Paano naman po ito? It includes elective and appointive officials. Yeah, that is public official. Basically, the one that we always elect people ay tinatawag na natin agad na public official. Kahit wala pa po yung ibang description nito, ay tinatawag na natin sila mga public official o public person. Elective and appointed one na nagtatrabaho sa government. Number 5, paano naman po ito? It refers to any act or liability in favor of another who accept it or shall not include an unsolicited gift. Well, basically, para mas madali mo itong maalala na ang sagot ay gift, basahin nyo lang po yung salitang word, na unword na favor. Hanapin nyo lang po yan. Unsolicited gift, na sinasabi na siya mismo, na pinipresenta na mismo dito. Sorry. And the other term, which is B, favor. Madali lang to, favor, unsolicited gift, and then favor. That is gift. For question number 6, paano naman po ito? How come na-commode ito ng answer? Okay, may I continue with the question number 6, that it refers to a contract whereby one of the parties delivers to another something not consumable. Para pa madali natin maalala ito, just remember the terms or the words something not consumable, and it is a contract. So, the beginning of the letter of the specific answer is letter C, and yung pagbabasihan po natin is contract is also letter C. That will be your answer, commodatum. And for number 7 question, I will no longer give para maka ano po kayo, may mapangunahan niyo po yung pagsagot. So, ano po yung itong tanong na ito? It arises when a public official or employee has a substantial interest in a business. So, ano natin dito, ang particular terms or words or magic terms, magic word na babantayan po natin is the substantial interest in a business. So, what is that? So, basically, that is conflict of interest is letter B. And how about question number 8? If that conflict of interest arises, dapat daw po ang isang public official or employee shall resign in his position from a private business company within 30 days and divest himself. So, anong tawag natin dyan sa gawain o gagawin ng isang public official or employee? Well, basically, the answer key is nasa question na mismo. Divest. Pag mababasa niyo po yung word na divest, so that will be your answer. Okay? Number 8, paano naman po ito? There are 8 norms of conduct of public officials and employees, and I want you to remember the following 8, at familiarize talaga to kasi hindi to nawala sa actual exam. So, what do you think is these specific norms of conduct of public officials that all government resources and powers of their respective offices must be employed and used efficiently, effectively, honestly, and economically, particularly to avoid wastage in public fund and revenue. The magic term, wastage in public fund and revenue. So, what is our norms na ipapakita po dito? Again, that is our commitment to the interest of the public. Paano naman po ito? They shall enter public service with utmost devotion and dedication to duty. Nagtatrabaho. So basically, ang ating maisip dito is letter D, professionalism. How about this one? That they shall at all times respect the right of others and shall refrain from doing acts contrary to the law. What is that norms of conduct na dapat natin ipapakita? Magic word, respect. Well, we should always be into justness and sincerity. Paano naman po yan? How about this one? They shall not dispense or extend undue favors on account of their office to their relatives, whether by consanguinity or affinity. Bumalik na naman word term na respect to appointment. That is your magic word or magic term. Naalalahanin niyo po that the answer is letter E. The same, justness and sincerity. Okay. Next. For number 13 question, it is about related to the unfair discrimination and regardless of party affiliation or preference. We should be that norms of conduct is so-called political neutrality. Number 14. Paano naman po ito? This is our norms of conduct that we have to defend the Philippine sovereignty against foreign intrusion. What is that norm or conduct of conduct? Pag foreign intrusion, ibig sabihin, we become nationalist. We need to be nationalism and patriotism. And that is our answer. Paano naman yung 15? That we po ay dapat po at all time uphold the Constitution. Pag malaki, papakita, and put loyalty to the country above loyalty to the persons or party. Do you think is your answer here? Well, that is our commitment to democracy. Ayaw natin ng away. How about number 16? In the performance of their duties, all public officials and employees are under obligation to the following, except, naniniwala po ba kayo that letter A is part of our duties? Letter B is part of our duty and responsibility? Letter C, D, and E? O naniniwala kang F, is engaging in a private practice ay hindi po natin duties and responsibility. So with that, the answer is letter F. Do not engage yourself in a private practices of your profession, lalo na pag nagtatrabaho na pa kayo sa gobyerno. And that this 5, A, B, C, D, E, familiarize that one, that is part of our duties and responsibility bilang isang public officials and employee. How about number 17? Pinag-usapan natin yung ating duties and responsibilities. Paano naman po ito? What among the 5, saan na belong itong such reports shall be open and available to the public within regular office hours? What do you think? Well, since a magic term natin dito is reports, it's letter B. You have to submit report. The submission of annual performance reports. How about this one? All public documents must be made accessible to and readily available for the inspection by the public within reasonable working hours. So, na-mention na natin word na all public document must be accessible. So, alam na natin yung magiging sagot nito. It's letter E. Tama? 19. Okay, how about this one? A committee on awards to outstanding public officials is hereby created and composed of the following. Alam natin na si Ombudsman at saka si Civil Service Chairman ay ang mga co-chairmans ng committee. Ang tanong, ilan po ba ang member? Ilan po ba ang membro meron ang committee on awards? A, naniniwala po kayo na 2 member coming from the president. B, naniniwala po ba kayo ng 3 members coming from the president or appointed by the president. C, 2 members appointed by the president and the chairman, the PCSO. Kasali po ba dito sa Philippine Charter 6? D, 2 members appointed by the president and of course the chairman of the COA. E, the 3 members appointed by the president and the chairman of the COA. Well, I want you to remind yourself that the committee is composed of 5 person. Kung meron tayong 2 chairman, it's expected na meron tayong 3 member. Kaso nga lang, these members na minention dito are letter D. And that is our answer. 2 members from the president and the chairman of the COA is also a member. 31. It shall be the task of this committee to conduct a periodic continuing performance of a public official. Anong committee ito? Sinong Of course, wala nang iba kundi lang ating letter C. The Committee on Awards to Outstanding Public Officials and Employees. How about this one? This office, ang opisina ito, or ang commission na ito, or ang agency, I shall have the primary responsibility for the administration and enforcement of the Republic Act 6713 or the Code of Conduct and Ethical Standards for Public Officials. Is it A, CEC, B, the President, C, Ombudsman, the Battle Against Corruption, E, Department of Interior and Local Government? Well, the answer, wala nang ibang gagawin mo kundi ang primary responsibility niya ay to enforce and administer, that is letter A, the Commission on Civil Service. 22. Paano naman po ito? Ito po ay ang the following shall constitute a prohibited acts and transaction of any pinagbabawal po. So, naniniwala ka po ba hindi pwedeng magkaroon ng financial and material interest ng empleyado or public official, outside employment and other activities related thereto, disclosure and or misuse of the confidential information, the solicitation or acceptance of the gift, or naniniwala kayo na free voluntary service and exempt sa mga prohibited acts? Well, the answer is letter A, free voluntary service. And let's continue for question number 23. Paano naman po to? These 2 documents shall contain information of the following. What do you call this? Letter A, real property. That real property, its improvement, acquisition cost, and assessed value and current market value, personal property, and all other assets such as investment, liabilities, and all business interests and financial condition. Saan nyo po makikita ang mga documents na ito? A, statement of assets and liabilities, financial disclosure. B, transparency of transactions. C, disclosure or misuse of confidential. D, conflict of interest. E, sa free voluntary service. Pinag-usapan mo dito ay ang documents. At alam natin that A, B, C are comprises of the statement of assets, the liabilities, and disclosure. So, the answer here is letter A. How about this one? 24. Naniniwala ka ba that free voluntary service is referred to as services rendered by a person without payment? Again, the free voluntary service is services without payment or compensation. So, the following are the functions except, ano sa tingin nyo dyan? Naniniwala ka ba na advisory, recommendatory, professional services, staff work, humanitarian are part of the free voluntary service? If yes, the answer is letter F. Ito yung except because local chief executives are the mayor and the governor. At alam naman natin na meron silang sweldo. Okay, next, 25. Paano naman po ito? It is another information or documents that need providing the existing interest or any connections with the business enterprises. Again, anong hinahanap ng information na ito, ng document na ito? Existing interest and connection to the business enterprises. So, your answer will be letter B. How about number 26? Incentives and rewards to government officials and employees are the following. Ano sa tingin nyo dito ang except? Naniniwala ka ba? Once you become part of the committee and awards, ay makakareceive ng bonus, citation, directorship, local and foreign scholarship grant, paid vacation, or yung special leave privilege. Of course, your answer is letter F because the special leave privilege ay naibibigay na po na sa atin yan. And please remind yourself, the special leave privilege has only 3 days. Pwedeng i-leave mo siya ng straight, or pwedeng within 1 year, or within the year, or kahit anong date, basta 3 araw lang po. Okay? How about this 27? Paano naman po ito? What are the requirements of free voluntary services? May requirements dito na hindi mo pwedeng gawin. Issuance of appropriate document, fitness and suitability of the duties and responsibilities, compliance with the rule of nepotism. All of these ABC are part of the requirements of being or on a free voluntary services. Your attendance to rally and political affiliation is not part of the requirements for a free voluntary service. 28. How about this one? The documents. How about this one? Those who render free voluntary services to the government are covered by the following. Pag part po kayo ng free voluntary services, you have the A, the law on rewards and incentives, the norms of conduct and ethical standards, duties and obligations of public officials and employees, the prohibition and sanctions, and ay maniniwala ka ba na part din po na covered ng free voluntary ang paid overtime and hazard pay? Well, of course, that will be your answer na except dito. Letter F is not part of a free voluntary service. Kasi nga, di ba bayad? Hindi nga bayad. How about this one? It refers to any and all persons related to the public official or employee within the fourth civil degree or consanguinity or affinity including billas. Natin ang talong na ito, it's because nagkaroon po tayo ng sudden blackout or brownout or lights out, lights off, whatever the term is. So ano yung magiging answer natin for the question number 29? Well, it is basically your relatives. How about this question? The following criteria shall be considered in the conferment of awards, except A. Part mo pa sa years of service and level of salary ang sa pag-confer ng award ng Committee of Public Officials and Employee. Quality and consistency of the performance. C. Obscurity of the position. D. First grade eligibility or its equivalent. E. Unique and exemplary quality of achievement. Or F. The risk or temptation inherent to the work. Ano sa tingin nyo dito yung naiba? Na hindi naman kailangan sa pag-conferment of the awards. Well, The answers are D, your first grade eligibility or its equivalent. Hindi naman kasali yan. So I think until here we only the next video you will able to watch is on the verbal, analytical, and the leadership. So with that, stop muna tayo.